Good morning. Today is Friday. No, today's Thursday, July 13th. And it's been a while since I last vlogged. The last one was on July 27th. I did record a couple of vlogs last week. I just never uploaded them to YouTube. I did them like this. But hopefully this time I will upload them. Nothing major's happened in the last couple of weeks. Just a lot of little stuff. And if you hear me coughing or clearing my throat, I'm not sick. It's allergies once again. Got stuff in my throat. It started last night. I went to bed and I took a Benadryl like I usually do. But started coughing and I felt it in my throat. So I filled up the humidifier and turned it on, and it somewhat helped. And I eventually went to sleep. But it's still there. And of course my doctor's not in today, so if it depends how it is tomorrow, I'll call. If not tomorrow, definitely Monday. I know it's a long stretch, and he's just hopefully refer me to a specialist, which he said he was going to do if the antibiotics didn't work, which he should have done anyway, because it's come back since I think late last year when this started. And it's allergies, so we'll see. And in the meantime, I'm going to be drinking tea, which is the marshmallow tea that I ordered from Amazon. I think late last year when it first started. And I'm going to be using the neti pot, which I'm not crazy about, because the last few times I used it, it's been weird using it the last few times. And I'm going to try to lay off the dairy. Not that there's any much dairy in the house. I did buy heavy whipping cream when I went to Albertsons last week. And not a big bottle, just a little bottle. It was for a recipe that I saw on Facebook and I made before, and it was really good. Corn on the cob in the Instant Pot. And yeah, you're not supposed to put dairy in the Instant Pot because it's going to burn. Under pressure, because it's going to burn. But it didn't. It's like a cup, like 4 ears of corn, butter, I forget how much butter, a cup of heavy whipping cream, a half a cup of water, a teaspoon of salt, and a tablespoon of sugar. And you put it under pressure for 2 minutes, and the natural release for 10. And you can leave it longer, just because the longer it sits, the better it is. And you'll baste the corn with the milk and butter mixture. It is so good. I made it before, and it was good. So Albertsons had a 4-pack of corn for $5 last week. So I bought a pack of corn and I bought the stuff to make it, which was the heavy whipping cream. I had everything else. So, well, not the corn, but but anyway, I made that earlier this week. And yeah, so I had that leftover heavy whipping cream. So I made scrambled eggs a couple times this week, because I finally bought eggs. And and I used a little bit of the heavy whipping cream to scramble the eggs, so I'm going to get rid of that. And other than that, all I have is cheese. I have shredded mozzarella. I don't know why I bought that, because I didn't buy any pizza sauce or the pizza crust. I just bought the cheese. And I bought a couple blocks of cheese to snack on. So anyway, so the last couple weeks, on the next day after I vlogged, the 28th, was my mom's 1-year anniversary of her passing. And a few days before that, that week, somebody from the group texted me to see how things were going. You know, she does that to check in. And I mentioned that, you know, the 28th was the 1 year anniversary. So her and her husband, she wanted to take me out to lunch with her husband. And we went to Roman Deli on the 28th, and I had gnocchi, and I had enough left over for dinner the next day. Yay, no cooking. So that day, you know, I thought I would hear from people on Twitter, or Facebook, or phone calls, or emails, or something, you know, but I didn't hear from many people that day. Hardly anybody, which I want to say I'm surprised, but not really. Yeah. I don't know why I'm not surprised, but anyway, the next day, the 29th, my uncle called me because he thought that day was the 1 year anniversary, but it was the 28th because when she passed away at 10:30 at night, and there's a 2 hours difference because he lives in Kansas City, so Central Time. So when they called me to let me know that she passed away, they asked if call him for me, and I said yes, but call him the next day because he's sleeping because would have been 12:30 in the morning for him, so he goes to bed early. So when they called him, it was the next day, so that's probably why he thought it was the 29th. So we didn't talk long. We're both not big talkers, so. And I did get a card. I forget when it came in. It was like, I think it was the next day or a couple of days after. It was from Diane. And when I opened it, I started to cry, started to tear up because I saw the message. And when I opened, I'm not going to show you the inside. When I read the message on the inside of the card, I started to tear up again. And then when I looked at the back of the card, I started to tear up again. So there's that, and let's see what else. I'm looking at my planner. I finished my diamond painting I've been working on, and right before I was almost done, and I ran out of drills for one thing I needed, and I didn't have any extra. So I'm like, great, what will I do now? I don't want to message them to send me drills. And so when I was putting the drills away for that diamond painting, I found ones that were like similar in color. So I used that and I finished it. So now I have no diamond paintings. I'm still waiting for that one. I did message them last week, I think, and they what do they do? They upped the delivery date to longer, and because I know the post office here hasn't been the greatest lately, because you know, with delays and everything, and other things, plus COVID. So I understood why it was delayed, but still, it's somewhere crossing. I don't know where it's at, but it's still not in the States. According to tracking, I've been checking almost every day, and I know I shouldn't do that, but I have been. And so I'm like, I forget what I was gonna say. I've been in a diamond painting withdrawal because I've been working on them all the time since 2 years ago when she was in the nursing home or the hospital. So yeah, I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I started reading. I read this book, The Disney First 100 Years. This book I got at Thrift Books, and it's a quick read. Um, so I finished that one, and I started reading this book. I don't know. But I'm not thrilled with it. It's kind of boring, and I have to read it during the day because it's glossy pages, and with the light, it's making it hard to read with the glare. So I brought out the Kindle. I'm gonna try. I have a few books on there that I want to read. So, well, obviously I want to read because obviously they want to be on the Kindle, but I'm gonna, try and do that. I've been coloring, but yeah, it's been kind of boring over the last couple weeks because I'm used to doing diamond painting. So, I'm gonna get the planner. So, right, before I get to that, I finally finished the junk journal. I finished it a couple weeks ago. I had like 5 or 6 pages to do that were empty, and I did those. I mean, some I still have to add sentiments to it or like an image on here, but otherwise it's done. And like I said, I have been doing coloring a little bit. I've been lately, the last couple days, I've been coloring in this one, and I finished the fairy tale one in Color Haven. So that's what I've been doing somewhat creatively. Also, I've been the last week I started working, well, not really working, but using this, getting it ready for an art journal. This is from Simple Stories. I got this a couple years ago during PETA Fest. It was in their kit. It's just like notebook paper, and I painted the pages. I did every other page, and I glued the pages together, and I used the neon colors. Well, mostly I used the neons from Deca Art. And the other day, I went through some of them and used stencils. At least the first half I used stencils in black and white. And I had to use washi tape on this one and the next page because the page was coming apart. So obviously I haven't done anything on the second half, but slowly working, whatever floats my boat, I'll do whatever. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And last week, got the tax bill, I forget when, it was like sometime end of July. And the first quarter was due August 17th. So like I said earlier, when I got the money, the tax stimulus money, I was going back and forth on what to do with it. Do I want to pay a quarter of the property tax and the homeowners? That was before how much I knew the homeowners was going to be. Or do I want to pay half the property tax with that money and get money from my stock guy? So I was going back and forth on that. And then I got the I got the homeowners insurance, what it was going to be. And it went up. I said that before because, I don't have the package deal anymore with the homeowner, with but the driver's insurance, car insurance, because I don't drive. So I didn't need that insurance. So, that brought the homeowners up a bit. So I knew I couldn't, there was no way I could do pay half and a quarter, or pay half in the homeowners or a quarter. Well, I could pay the quarter and the homeowners, and I still would have to get money. Well, either way, I would have to get money. So I decided to pay half the property tax, which I had enough left over after paying the half the property tax. Yay. And I called my stock guy last week. Yeah, I called him. Yeah, I called him last Wednesday. I called him Tuesday. He wasn't there, and he's been working from home. So I left a message on his voicemail. And he called. I went out Wednesday. I went and got my hair cut. And the person that cut my hair last time cut my hair this time, and I'm not crazy about how she cut it again this time. It's not as bad as last time. I mean, the sides aren't as short, but it's still not crazy about it. And the person that usually cuts my hair was there, but she took somebody that was there before me. So. And then from the haircut, I went to the grocery store, Albertsons, to do a little grocery shopping, and I was going to mail the property taxes from there because I looked online because I wanted to see where I usually go to take the property taxes to pay them. It's a small office, and I wanted to double check to see what time they open. But the homepage, the government building in downtown, they changed their hours because of COVID. And they said that their satellite offices are closed because of COVID. Because they're smaller offices, there's not much they can do to social distance. So that's why they closed it. So I'm like, okay, what do I want to do? Do I want to mail it? Or do I want to go downtown? And I looked on Uber and Lyft to see the prices to go downtown. And it's pretty pricey. It was about $13 to going down there. So I wasn't sure about that. And like I said before, the way the mail has been with COVID and the U.S. Postal Service with the delays and everything, I wasn't sure they would get it in time. So, yeah, I asked a friend of my parents what he does. And he used to, take it in, but he hates waiting. I don't mind the waiting. And he mailed it once before, and they never got it, so he got a penalty. So now he pays it online. Now, I could have done that, but I'm not crazy about doing that. So, yeah, I never mailed it at the grocery store because they have a little mail station. So I came home, put the groceries away. My stock guy called me back and left a message. So after I put the groceries away, I called him back. I got his voicemail, and I didn't go back out right away. I wanted to wait till he called me back, which he did. So I told him I need money, and so did that. And then I was going back and forth still. So I just decided to go and pay the taxes. And it cost me like $11 and change going there, which isn't too bad. And then I didn't have to wait that much long. That don't make sense. That's not getting. I didn't have to wait long. So after that, I did what I did last year was walk across the street to the outlet mall and to the Disney store. Now the Disney store, they had it locked, and somebody was by the door because they are allowing like 35 people capacity in the store for social distancing and all that, which is good. So I went there to buy a mask. Of course, I don't have it nearby. I forgot about it. So I looked around. There was a couple things I wouldn't mind buying. There was like a couple shirts, but I've bought shirts from there before. Well, not that store, but the one in Chicago when I went down there. One of them was a woman's 2X, and that was a little snug on me, and mostly chest area. And I bought a male extra large, I think, and that was a little snug on me. I don't know why. So I've been apprehensive of buying shirts from there. But anyway, I bought a mask. It's a medium. It was $4 and I came home, which cost a little bit more going home than it did going down there. And I used Uber for that. It was a little bit more than the wait and save option on Lyft, but I didn't have to wait in the heat. So came home and I did try on the mask, and it fits fine on the face. The ears part was a little bit snug and hurt and brought my ears like out. So I should have gotten the large, but I was apprehensive. They only had two sizes at the Disney store, medium and large, and I was apprehensive with the large because I bought those masks from Target, the $4 ones, and they're from China. And those were large and extra large, and they were way too big. And they smelled. I don't know why, but they smelled. Probably if you wash them, the smell probably go away. But anyway, so came home, done with that, and then checked my phone on the Friday, the 7th, to see if the money was in, which it was. And I wrote the check for the homeowner's insurance, mailed that up front, and I was itching to go out. I don't know why. I was kind of wanting to go to Hobby Lobby, but I really didn't need anything from there. But I ended up going to Costco, which cost as much as going to downtown. I forget how much it was going there. It wasn't that much, but coming home, it was about as much as coming home from downtown. I don't know why. I think because, as I said before, there's not a lot of drivers out because of COVID and everything. So, yeah. So, I needed to get TP because I only had one package left. So, that's the main reason why I went to Costco. And I got some cheese balances, and I got cereal that was on sale, the shredded wheat, and I got a salami, and I cut that salami in half and froze half and ate half. The 2 times I had the eggs, I had the salami with it. And also I had the salami for lunches. You get tired of peanut butter and jelly all the time. What else did I buy? Oh, I bought Chinese barbecue pork. It's in the freezer, and I looked at the price. I'm like, oh, that's not bad. But I looked at the receipt, and I saw it was $20. I'm like, what? So if I really saw that price, I would have never gotten it. So then I came home, and I'm like, I'm not going anywhere next week. I'm not ordering anything next week. I'm not ordering out next week. So this week I've been staying home all week, and it's been pretty boring. And I haven't ordered anything out, no takeout this week. I've been cooking. Well, the other day I made a 4-pack of beef and cheddar hamburgers. So I had that the day before when I made them yesterday, and I have 2 more for today and tomorrow. And yeah, but I did order stuff this morning. I needed more tea. I needed it before I knew I needed more before I made this. So I ordered more of that, and I ordered some facial cleanser that I've been wanting to buy, but I haven't. It's cheaper on Amazon than it is anywhere else. by $1, I think. And I also ordered another Funko Pop. I pre-ordered it. It's a Halloween one. It's Minnie Mouse as a witch. And that one's coming in the beginning of September. But the other stuff, other two things, are coming Saturday. So that's all I've been doing this week. Not a whole lot of exciting, but it's 25 minutes of me rambling on and on and on. So what else? Like I said, I haven't done much TV. Nothing. I did watch some documentaries yesterday. On Amazon Prime. I watched Adam West documentary. That was good. I watched the Dominique Dunn documentary. That was good. That was done during the trial of not Spencer. Oh, it was one trial a few years ago. Now I can't think of his name. But anyway, I watched that, and I watched another one that was okay too. So anyway, I'm getting tired of talking, and so I'm gonna end it here. Hope you enjoyed your snack. So see you guys later.